Hi everyone, I'm Heather.
Hi, I'm Chauncey, and today on the Sochi Slates show, our podcast guest is Lindsay Hebner, the digital entrepreneur, CEO, and founder of Vamp and the podcast Revamp. We're so excited to have you. First of all, Lindsay has the dopest style ever. So please, Lindsay, please tell
Oh,
people who you are.
yeah, I started Vamped in 2014 and it's been 7 years now. And we've been creating content on all digital platforms. We do marketing for some of the biggest brands in the space, and we manage some of the biggest talent in the space as well. And I am the creator of all content that you see that runs through our feed and anything that is anything digital strategy for brands. Yeah.
Now, talk to us what exactly, because I know there's going to be some people out there and be like, digital entrepreneur. What the heck is that?
Give us the real dope version of it. Instead of the technical one you see on Google.
Your LinkedIn resume.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, which I had to redo because I feel like LinkedIn has been revamped in itself in the sense that before, even I talked to my girlfriend the other day and she's like, "You're on LinkedIn? Isn't that old school?" I'm like, "No, it's like the new thing again. It's cool to be on LinkedIn."
You're legit now on LinkedIn now.
Yeah. So I guess the sales pitch of digital marketing entrepreneur, is that what you want? Okay.
Yes, let's do that.
I don't know. I'm really bad at this, but I feel like if I can explain a digital marketing entrepreneur, it's anyone in the space of, I guess, online, not traditional, that is honing in on any type of brand or, I mean, there's so many other things, but I'm focused on marketing. And that makes me a digital entrepreneur because everything that we do marketing wise is digital. So anything on your phone, even too on the TV screen, YouTube, all the platforms, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Triller. There's so many.
All the hot spots. So how did Vamp get off how did Vamp get its name, first of all? That's my first question. And how did it get off its feet from the beginning in terms of its multi-million-dollar agency?
Honestly, for one, it's such an amazing thing to even say that we're a multi-million-dollar company. I didn't start this thinking that would ever happen. I started this because I wanted to reevaluate my life and do something that I love to do, which was create. And I've always been a really, really creative person. My mom and my dad are super creative. So it was in my blood to do something like this and think outside the box, because a lot of people that I used to work for didn't ever give me creative outlets. Like they always made me feel like this is the only way that we can do things. And so it was always really frustrating for me to design and create when I had big ideas. So having the car accident in 2014 that reevaluated my life to be like, fuck this, I work for other people thing. I am going to work for myself and do what I want to do. And I kind of just hit the ground running and didn't know where I was going. I literally was going into darkness and going, I'm going to figure out how to find the end of this tunnel. And I did. And I always thought that, you live once, and if you don't follow your dreams and if you don't actually work hard for what you want, it's never going to happen. And I just did. I wasn't ever looking at the money part. I was looking at what do I really value about myself and what I want to achieve. And that's, even stuff like this. I just want to be creative. I want to design, and I want people to be excited when they hear the name. And the name actually, so in the beginning when we started, everyone thought it was about vampires. I'm like, no, they're like,
what's Twilight ears too,
that was, it was a thing.
It was a thing. It was a vibe.
Yeah, that's so true. I didn't think about that. So at that time when people were saying that, I'm like, no, it's like revamping your business, vamp. So my good guy friend, who was the creative director of Paul Frank, so I came from the modeling world, and my strategy in modeling was not only modeling, but understanding the business side of it. So I would figure out what sales was doing, how they made clothes, what the marketing was doing. Like I just really honed in on how everything was structured in a branding standpoint. Because think about it. Paul Frank did such a great job at marketing the hell out of a child's monkey, but it was for adults.
So yes,
right, yeah. So
I mean, Paul Frank and I were like close friends.
We're quite close. We're quite close.
Yeah, so I'm from Orange County, so that whole thing arose from Orange County. So all those people were my friends, and they hired me on as a model, and I just learned everything. And so I became really good friends with the creative director. And when I told him about the strategy that I wanted to do with Vamped, he's like, well, why don't you put 2 P's in it? Because I only had 1 P at first. And then I put 2 P's like my last name. Yeah. And he's like, it makes it more like clean. And I was like, you're right. So that's kind of where the name came from. I wanted to re-strategize and revamp brands and like vamp them up. So that's the name. That's the name of it, basically. So we have a lot of brands that come to us that are just starting in the space, and we build them out and strategize what their marketing looks like.
Yeah, I mean, that's great. And I mean, I think too, I mean, I know Vamped has been around for a while, and we've now come used to the term of social influencer and all and agencies and what that means and who is what and so on and so forth. So I'm almost curious, with such a vast experience in social media and marketing and revamping things and even in influencers, what do you think it's going to look like, post COVID? Is it going to change? Are influencers going to be able to have the type of access that they've been able to have to things? I mean, I know you did your tours, like the influencer tours for a while. Yeah. So what do you think that space is going to look like?
I would honestly, that's a weird question to ask, Heather. I'm glad you asked that.
I honestly think we're going to at some level go back to doing a lot of that stuff, but this industry is changing so quickly. And the thing with being associated with this industry is you have to really understand and pivot as soon as everything else pivots and sees where everything goes. But I really feel like there's going to be a lot of like avatar things happening, where people are going to be creating their own worlds, almost like Farmville or Sims, stuff like that, because people are going to want to stay home, and they're getting used to this feeling of being by themselves. So I really do think that's going to be the next avenue. Like you're going to be, and it's, I want to say that I'm okay with this, but I'm not okay too, because I love, seeing people and being a part of people's lives. But a lot of people do have anxiety, and they're very like introverted, and to have an avatar that makes you whoever you want to be and be associated with certain people. And I mean, you look at Clubhouse. Clubhouse is a new app. This is a way that we hang out with people without seeing them. And it's almost like having these seminars, but staying at home. So I can only see that we're going to build around that and build our own kind of designed human through, this 5D kind of space, and being able to be the character we want to be and have always been. And that is, I feel like Instagram is the first kind of platform to showcase introverted people, because they're so outspoken. They feel like they're not really talking to anyone. They're at home and they can be by themselves, and people that view them, they kind of just look as, like, it's not like we're in a room and I can see them and they make me nervous. It's like, it's different. So I think the generation is going to be that way. They're going to get comfortable with staying home and designing and creating their own world. And with that comes a virtual them, I guess.
Yeah. Wow. So I don't think I have ever seen, I've never heard somebody break it down like that before. I can definitely see like that happening though. Because even, I mean, Chauncey and I have been talking, and we're talking about, getting back to quote unquote real life. And I'm like, do I have the stamina to like do this?
Nope.
And I'm just like, I miss people. I'm a people person, but I know Chauncey's a little bit more introverted than I am, and she doesn't mind staying at home.
Yeah. Like yeah, like for instance, like Heather's a people person. I'm a people person too, but I personally like I don't mind staying at home. I think I did all my
Mhm.
like going out time in college. And that
Yeah.
burnt me out because I was in the streets. I'm not gonna lie, I was in the streets. But now as an adult, I'm just like I know people always laugh at like I was in the streets, but like I had a good time. But like for me, like COVID is really like helped me reflect on like my passion projects I like to do and everything like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do love how you said Avatar because back in my heyday, I used to play Sims all the time. And I have
Mhm.
coworkers now that who are like we're in our like 30s are like, I'm playing Sims now. And like when you said that, it like clicked in my mind. I was like, that's what people are doing now to feel like
Yeah.
they have a connection with people. And I remember
Mhm.
playing Sims thinking, oh, I can create my own buy my own land. But now like it's really
Yeah.
a deeper connection. So when you said that, I was like, that totally makes perfect sense. That makes
Totally. And
sense.
and I'm an introvert too. A lot of people think I'm super extroverted, but I'm not. I am extroverted with people I know.
Yes,
But I
same.
Mm.
am mostly at home. So like when COVID hit, like yeah, it was a bummer to like see my close friends and maybe go surfing and do like active stuff and go to the gym. But I was thriving because I got to paint, I got to design, I got to create new businesses. Like it was like for all my competitors out there, I'm like, this is the worst thing that happened for me for you guys because I'm gonna be just friggin' pumping out shit right now.
Yes.
So um yeah, I mean, I just think that most people are introverts and they do have social anxiety. And if there is an option for them to stay home and, have like this designed out them, then they don't have to worry about that. And I don't think that's really far off from happening soon. We
Wow.
are already integrated into that kind of world with one of our clients, Genies. That's what they do all day is they
Yeah.
design avatars for, celebrities and different commercials and stuff. And yeah, I just remember back then, like I had actually a guy I was dating that was like obsessed with Farmville. And I'm like, this is so annoying. Like, why
Oh
are you
my
obsessed with
gosh,
Farmville?
did you ever get those notifications on like Facebook when people would
Yes.
be like, "Oh,
Babe,
invite me"?
babe, I was so annoyed he was on Farmville all the time. And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna play it once and just also understand how annoying this is.
It's
Next thing you
hard.
know it, my bank account was attached to Farmville and I was
Right.
buying fucking plants. I was buying crops, dude.
You're
You become
buying
You
you
don't
a
know
yeah.
it.
digital plant
It
in
Yes,
the
really
digital
I'm telling you,
community.
you don't
dude.
know how deep
I
you get
was
into it.
I was spending so much money. I'm like, these aren't even real plants. These aren't
Yes.
real.
It's literally I'm telling you, like you're not talking like I told you, Sam's and I were quite close. Like my sister and
Yeah.
I, we used to buy all the expansion packs. Like even my coworker now, like mind you, we're older. Like, well, she's like, "Did you get the new Sims yet?" I'm like, "Oh my god, did you get it yet?" Like, well, we have like drop dates. Mind you, you're supposed to be like working a real career job, but we're busy talking about Sims for like 30 minutes. But
Yeah.
it's something like it happens. Like avatars are making a comeback, and it's funny that you say that because I see, like I said, my coworkers who do and everything are just like, okay, this is our life. And you feel
Yeah.
a deep connection with people and you get to
Yeah.
create a new life and new projects that you're interested in.
I completely agree. I mean, even in Instagram, when you delete the app, you're like out of the community, you don't feel
Yes.
like part of it. And it's the same thing with, I think, with those avatar worlds. Like when you're sucked into it, you feel like, wait, this isn't part of my home, like you are
Yes.
like fully invested. So I don't see it not happening because so many more people, even on Twitch and all these kind of platforms where you're invested with other people in this kind of digital space. You want to stay there all day. You want to be in it and be involved, and it's kind of your new family, and you feel comfortable being yourself. And yeah.
Yeah. So that almost like, how does that affect our influencers now?
Yes.
I mean, I know you can do products and all that kind of stuff from the comfort of your home, but
Mhm.
Well, what's the new
events,
thing?
social engagements, trips, like that kind of stuff.
Yes. Like
How is that going to affect that the influencer world?
Well, I think even too, what's going to start happening is like the AR, the AI, everything. You're going to
Mm.
put on this like even when I went to Japan. So I went to Japan with one of my best friends who's also a really big influencer, and they have this like AR, like AR, I guess, shops or whatever. And
Yeah.
you go and you put on this head case, and it literally is exactly like being with a person right in front of you. It's like creepy. It's like so uncomfortable because it feels so real. And
This
so
is like some Black Mirror shit.
yeah, no,
Like-
100%,
That's what I was about to say.
100%.
I've seen this shit before.
Yeah, so in Japan, they really do have something like that where you can actually
Wow.
experience what it feels like being in a world where there's like real humans in front of you. And I think that's where it's going to go. It's like you can put these headset on, you're going to go to an event and you're going to feel like you're there, and they're going to be promoting it. Like, think how much easier it's going to put that promotion in your face, you know? Like, even think about like
Wow.
Blade Runner, where they're going
Yes.
through the streets and the ads are like in your face and they're walking around virtually. And if you're going to be able to be attached to something like a platform like that, you're going to have so much more advantage to get involved with product placement. And also too, like these brands are probably going to hire these influencers or celebrities to be involved in these events, you know?
Wow.
Yeah.
So
Oh my gosh, can you imagine attending a whole ass event? That
mhm.
is like from the comfort of your home,
Yeah.
like in your
Oh.
PJs.
Yeah. Well, they're already doing that. I mean, Paris Hilton's already making, you know, DJ sets, and
Yeah, I saw that.
you know, it's all that stuff in every aspect of our life is not far off, you know.
I don't
And
know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, guys.
That's
I
kind of
don't
scary.
think it's to me it's scary because we are going to lose so much interaction and connection with each other that we're going to feel alone, but it's like we're connected but we're alone, you know?
Yes. Like,
Which is
so-
kind of what the argument is for social media now. Sometimes
Yeah,
they're just
yeah.
like, you know, we're so in a connected age, we are so disconnected.
Yes.
Yes,
And
like,
I'm
you never know.
and yeah, and I'm trying so hard to make sure that a lot of people that I know on the platform and even my influencers and everything, it's like, make sure you have really good friends outside of this space, because a lot of people don't. A lot of people in this industry only have influencer friends. And it's like, at the end of the day, if you guys don't have anything else that you connect with, they might not really be your friends.
Exactly.
You know? So
Right, Chauncey, we've
yeah.
had that exact topic
That's
come
so weird.
up to people have emailed us saying like, and I did not realize that this was an issue, but people have emailed Chauncey and I saying, you know, how do I make real friends? I feel
And,
like my friends aren't real.
Yes, we'll get those emails, and it's so sad because, you know, Heather and I and yourself, Lindsay, you grew up in like when MySpace was around. Like, that was our first
Yeah.
little form of like social connection. But that was like, was it like high school, college, like before the Facebook era? We didn't have Instagram. Like, I didn't have to grow up with like picking, you know, my friends on Instagram. It was like, my biggest problem was in high school, trying to pick my top 8 friends for that week,
Yeah.
depending on the mood of my friendships, like who did me wrong that week, you know, let's be honest. But like, we were blessed not to have this like social media like approval, you know, like I have to get these many likes, or do I have real friends? And like you're saying, like, you know, your Instagram, like your influencer friends, like I follow a bunch of like, you know, influencers, you know, because like I love fashion, I love beauty, and I love all those great things. But you wonder like what friendships are real, like real authentic friendships. And we do get people who ask us, how do you make real friends? And Heather and I always say, like, be true to yourself and like make sure you have friends that actually know you and like you for you, not what you put out there. Because you
and
have
it's
to have
hard.
real friendships.
Yeah, and it's really hard sometimes to really figure that out when your day-to-day life is like, let's go do a shoot together, let's go to an event together, like you're both on the same page. And then this is how I kind of figured out like who my real friends were in this industry and who weren't, is when when the pandemic actually happened, you kind of see who's there for you and who's not. And also too, what really heightened who my friends were is when I realized that I need to stop having sex with everyone, basically, and seeing who wants to marry me. You know what I mean?
You
Yeah.
preach it, girl.
So
Preach it.
yeah,
Preach it.
so that was kind of an even bigger awakening for me, that like I shouldn't be giving out my energy to everyone that's not giving it back and making sure that I'm good too. And I was getting so exhausted. And, you know, in this industry, you know, self promotion and networking and all of that is super important. It's exhausting, but also too, like you have to protect yourself. You have to have your own boundaries. And I've learned this last year that like, no more taking advantage of me. Like I have my boundaries. You have to respect me, and I will give you as much love as you give me back. And if it's only like at an event and you want to say hi, cool. I'll know that we're only event friends, you know?
Yes.
Which is fine. I mean, like, hey,
that's
whatever.
I'm good with
There's
it.
no judgment on that.
That's fine.
I just want to know where we stand. Like, I think
Yes.
I think like you're saying, like you created boundaries, and especially like in any industry, especially like influencer industry, like you have to create boundaries because you need to know who is good for your soul instead of just what's good for your network. Like, yes, there's people I would love to meet and, you know, hang out with, but I know that their true personality is not going to fit with my person, like my true personality, like who I am. Because like I'm more on like vibes now. If I don't have a weird vibe with you, Heather knows that. I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm good off that person, because I have boundaries, and I feel like especially with the pandemic, like I think everyone I know, like Heather and I always discuss, like we all have created these boundaries that like
I feel
we're
like
so proud of
boundaries
ourselves.
are like a huge
topic.
theme over the pandemic, because everybody Chauncey and I have talked to, even like individually people that we've talked to, it's like I choose me. It has been literally the theme.
Me first.
Yeah.
Me first for a long time.
Exactly. And I think there's something important to be said for that. You know, I really do think it's like I need to take care of me first. I've been sick. I've had Lyme disease, and you know, I've been really sick, and I've noticed even too during that time, like people are like, I'm out. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like almost, it's so weird. People get so weird, and you do really find out your true. Yeah. They don't know how to handle it. So the thing that they do is they avoid.
Yes. And you find out people who love you, who care for you when you're like, I always know this, when you're sick, if you have a major accident or a family issue, like you know who your real friends are. And that's how I choose my friends. Like there's certain things in my life that I've been through. And for instance, like Heather, well, of course, has been my best friend forever. Like, good job. Like she's always like came through. And I just know that like those are the type of people I need in my life. Yeah, like you need people to lean on, because like we all face struggles each day, you know, but to have someone that you can like look to for support, and especially in your industry as working in the influencer world, I can't imagine how your energy is spent every second of the day.
Yeah, and people want, you know, even too, people want to take advantage of the situation, you know, like I have to be very careful on whose time I spend on, because it's like, are you wanting to actually get to know me, or are you wanting to get to know everything I'm doing, you know? And for me, I don't ever put that foot forward. Anytime I meet someone new, I don't ever talk about my business. I don't ever really want people to know, because I really want to understand who they are and really enjoy who I'm talking to, and not have to be like, this is what I do, you know, like I'm not LA at all. Like I am the total opposite. Anyone who knows me is like, my business almost looks like I'm way too fucking LA, and I'm like completely the opposite. I'm like,
but your
which honestly could be why it works.
It totally does.
It works,
like,
because
surprise, I'm fucking real. My whole thing right now, and my mantra, just for anyone who wants to hear this, and as you know, so it's so important for girls to hear this, is, and guys, you know, but I'm mostly, you know, talking to the girls. But I think that for me, it's like, fear your fucking friends. And the reason why I say that is because the term friend is not really how we feel about it. And what I'm saying is like your real friends, which that's a term. And then there's your friends where you're like, you're my friend, you're my friend, you're my friend. Fear those fucking people, because that's the reason why you are where you are, because you so badly depend on their opinion of where you're at. So if you don't have real friends around you at all times supporting you, saying you're going to do great, and they really truly support you and want to see you succeed, and they don't look at you as competitive or a competition or something where they like, you know, those people where you can't call them, your friends you can't call to be excited about, like you got a new job or whatever. Those are the people you have to fear and you have to cut out of your circle, because I'm telling you right now, the only way you fly higher is when people want to see you fly and they help put the gasoline in your fucking tank. So
Yes.
Love that.
I always tell people that, like, fear your friends, and like if you can't call one of those people in your circle, that's the person you should get rid of, to be honest.
Girl, you
No,
preaching.
and
Yeah.
again,
That's a clip
the
right there.
pandemic has definitely like it. I feel like it's caused people to really look at the people that they surround themselves with. And I don't know about you, but for me, I can really pinpoint the people that I speak to regularly and about anything. Chauncey, of course, is being one of those. She's like, just gonna do this real
I
quick.
love it.
I know my
But,
role. I know
oh,
my
girl.
role.
It's one of those things. It's just one of those things where I think, you know, being by yourself, being isolated from people, it's who can actually support you and your soul and what makes you happy and what drives you and all that kind of stuff. And you know, you have your friends that, you know, you don't hate, you don't dislike, and when you say hi, you'll say hi. Sure, you may have a drink, maybe a little bit of a conversation, but I'm not going to tell you my deep dark secrets. And I'm sure as hell not going to tell you all the things that, you know, Sochi Slaves has coming up, because you're going to feel some type of way, and I am not about to handle that.
People do that.
Yes. And honestly, people like get kind of weirded out when I say that. They're like, wait a minute, why should I fear my friends? And I'm like, because everyone calls everyone their friend and they're not your friends, you know?
No.
Like, it's truth. It's
We should
scary that we do
normalize
that.
the word acquaintance.
You know,
100%.
a person I met. A person I met. Okay, like someone I know.
I can't.
No, but you're like acquaintance. Heather, your acquaintance. Like I know that acquaintance. Like I know that person. I call everyone hello, sir, because I'm just like, I don't know you. I don't know you.
It's the truth. I'm like, if we really want to break down those, you know, thousands or hundreds of people that follow you on your socials, okay, those are acquaintances. You know what? That's being nice. Maybe like a quarter is acquaintances. The other people just be people.
They're just fans, okay? And in the words of Mariah Carey, I don't know her, and I don't know certain people, and like it's funny, like you started talking to all these people, like, oh my god, people think they know you. I'm just like, you do not know me. I don't even know. I barely know myself today, to be honest with you. I just woke up and I'm just like, here we are. But like, I love how you say fear your friends, because these people, like, they're snakes in the grass. And like I'm not saying we're the best of friends. Like I'm not saying like we've all had like, you know, we all have had moments that we're not good friends. You know, we all had growing up, you know. But I am not gonna let someone snake into my life anymore. Like that was the old me. Like I'm in my 30s now, and I just want to, like, you know, be around people I feel safe with, you know.
Yeah, and also when everything goes away, you want to know that, okay, these are the people that actually like me for me. You know, it's not like you're here because of the fancy cars and the trips and all that stuff. I mean, I know those people. I mean, I'm cool with them, you know, like you do you, but at the end of the day, like if I'm gonna have like some really like me time and serious moments and like real shit's going on, I'm gonna remember those people, and those are the people I'm gonna invite to my private jet.
I love that, my private jet. Girl, you better get on my private jet.
That is how that should play out.